It's an 8-game season for the White Sox against the Tigers. Can Robin manage it? We go to Las Fuentes and we talk to customers during the Bears game as they enjoy their fine food. The captain, Paul Konerko, speaks out about these final days of the season, getting ready for the playoffs, if they can make it. And the Bears on defense shine this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago sports teams are making news, it's the 25th year of the Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. The Dirty Sock has Benkowski Trivia Wednesday, October 3rd at 7:30 p.m. and again on October 17th at 7:30 p.m. Get out to 93rd and Roberts Road, eat, drink, and play. Have fun, we always do, at the Dirty Sock. You'll enjoy yourself. Want to get a haircut from a great hairstylist? Call mine, Rose Murillo, 312-726-2201. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Time to get to Tanks, a very fun bar at 124th and Western. They got the outdoor beer garden going strong in this beautiful weather. Beanbag games. They're open Monday through Friday at 10 a.m., Saturday and Sunday at noon. You can watch the Sox, you can watch the Cubs, your favorite NFL games, daily specials. Tanks, 124th and Western.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I've been a skilled hairstylist for over 10 years. I specialize in men's haircuts and in corrective color. Come visit me at Salon 203 at 203 North LaSalle, 312-726-2201. And while you're at it, come in and get a shoe shine and a shave. It's a great place where a man can be a man.
Las Fuentes, great Mexican cuisine at 115th and Pulaski. They have a great bar, wonderful drinks, and I'll be back on Sunday, October 7th during the Bears game, shooting video. You can be there too and join us at Las Fuentes, 115th and Pulaski. Great place. We're back in the spotlight. Robin Ventura has his team in a 10-game season. If you had asked anybody in March, how would you feel about being 1 game up with 10 to play? 100% of the people surveyed would have said yes. And that's where the White Sox were, starting the homestand, their final 7-game homestand of the regular season. Let me emphasize, 3 in Cleveland to finish. And the questions of Robin all surrounding the team's apparent nervousness, maybe pressing, certainly an ill-advised time for a 5-game losing streak. No one wants this to happen, yet it's happening. And will home be the easy turnaround? Robin tries to answer a wide range of questions. And a guy who's done a pretty good job of keeping things on an even keel in his first year managing anywhere.
For the ups and downs you've had since July 22nd, you've had some share of first place. Does that make a difference just in the mindset that you're the ones that they have to chase instead of you don't have to figure out like, well, if Detroit does this today, puts us this, you're in control pretty much.
Yeah, but again, you have to win games. I think if you're looking at it, you're going to have to win games no matter what, because I don't think either team's going to lose all the rest of their games. So, for me, just continue to play, be ready, be prepared. And, I think for me, I just look at it as the effort. You're not going to always play well. You hope to, but the effort, when they show up, the work they put in, and the way they play, that's really what you're looking for.
Have you ever been tempted at all when you think maybe the effort's not there to light into these guys? They say you haven't, that you've been, obviously very consistent.
I think it's more individual stuff. I haven't had to do it. Team-wise, not everybody's. Usually, it's an individual thing, so I don't see the reason to do it in front of everybody instead of just pulling the guy aside that I want to talk to and talking to him.
Robin, as you said, there's a lot of slumps through a season. There's potential that some of the guys are just tired here at the finish
Could be.
line.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's tired. I think the other teams are tired. It's understandable. It's a long season. That's part of what makes it difficult.
Adam said that guys are putting way too much pressure on themselves, obviously offensively. Do you tell them now, 7 games home, you're in the driver's seat, just relax?
Well, it's easier said than done because, you can say relax, everything else, but when you're the one at the plate, it becomes different. And, hopefully that changes. But, I understand it. I mean, it's one of these that everybody wants to do well. You want to be the guy knocking guys in. You want to, be that person. But, they're the ones that need to relax.
Would it affect how you manage, like maybe having people?
I need to relax.
Well, you look pretty relaxed, unless you're putting on a front.
Oh, of course.
But seriously, maybe having people take a strike, maybe cutting back on people swinging at the first pitch, things of that nature.
Well, I mean, you could, but in some instances, that's kind of restraining. So, we've gotten to this point by playing a certain way, and you don't necessarily want to change everything because you've now run into a skid. We've done that before, and continue to play. I mean, there's times to do it. There's times to just let them go play.
Robin, with 10 games left, what convinces you're going to be playing postseason baseball?
Well, we played well most of the year, and again, we've gone through spurts like this during the year. So, where we're at with these same guys. So, I again am proud of the way they've done things. Effort's been there. Just continue to play.
Do you feel any need to address the team at all in any way?
Oh, I have. I mean, it's not like you don't address the team, but in talking about getting on somebody, I don't feel to do the whole team when it's something that you feel like is an individual thing. So, we talk all the time. It doesn't have to always be we're all going to meet in the lobby and talk. So, we do talk.
Have you been doing a lot of individual stuff with guys, though? I mean, guys have been slumping. Do you do that? Is that kind of a regular?
It's a regular. I don't, in talking to them, I don't want to make it put a sign on the door that, we're having a session. There's ways to talk about with somebody without having to call them in the office all the time. So, we talk to them all the time, whether it's on the field, in the dugout, on the plane. There's ways to do it.
Regardless of their record, 90 losses or whatever, Cleveland's obviously still a dangerous team because they're playing kind of the spoiler role.
Yeah, I mean, you can play pretty free and loose. So, everybody's dangerous at this point in the season.
When you played on a team that was kind of done in September, does that go through your mind? Do you think spoiler, or you just think and play as hard as you can?
I mean, for these guys, I mean, that's part of the pennant, the end of the year pennant race for them is to be a spoiler. And I was on a few teams, probably more than I wanted to, that were like that.
When did you find out?
If you did push Jake back, would you be using a spot starter to take that spot?
Yeah.
With Sale, I think you've got him twice more, but if the very final game was going to be for all the marbles, would you pitch him on 3 days rest?
I don't know. We wouldn't start him on 3 days rest, but he would be available. I think everybody's available at that point. I think Harold's available at that point, too.
Milano's Pizza at 109th and Western is the place to order from, like I do. Lasagna, chicken parm, Italian beef, and stuffed pizza besides the thin crust. They're open Monday through Wednesday at 3 p.m., Thursday through Saturday 11 a.m., and Sunday at noon. Call them at 773-445-4010. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years. Excellence. Top billiard tables. The place where the action is. Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet in Munster. You've got to get to McKell's Inn at 3259 West 111th Street, just west of Kedzie, where good friends meet for a cool one. Tuesday and Thursday they have $1.50 domestic bottles, $4 Guinness every day. Great people, great staff, and I'll be starting my trivia there in September on Tuesday nights. So I'd like you to come out and see me at McKell's Inn, 3259 West 111th Street on the southwest side. Bring your car to Quick Stop Muffler and Brake at 95th and Pulaski, and they'll fix it right. They also do shocks and struts, free estimates. Call them at 708-423-3700. They're very thorough in their work, and they have very competitive pricing. Quick Stop Muffler and Brake, 95th and Pulaski. Mr. Reliable Robbie Gold comes through from 54 yards, and the Bears lead the Rams 3-0. So the Bears get the field goal. They're off to a modest but acceptable start. And more importantly, we want to talk food here at Las Fuentes. Young lady, tell us your name and what you like about this place.
My name is Grace Sink. I actually love the steak burrito here and the rice and beans.
Look at the camera.
No.
Come on.
Do I have to do this again?
No, just keep talking.
Just keep talking? No, I do. I love the steak burritos. The rice and beans are excellent. And of course, the beer is always awesome.
Very succinct. Okay, young lady, tell us what you like about this place.
Well, I cannot really be honestly. This is my first time here.
Oh, okay.
I'm from out of town, so.
You're anxiously looking forward to it.
You got it. I hope that you don't disappoint me here.
Okay. We never do. Never do. Disappointment is not in the vocabulary.
If you want us to come back, you treat us nice, and we'll be back. How's that?
It's like a commercial in a way, because everything is going to be right, including the Bears scoring more in the second quarter, I predict. Bears driving, and guess about this matchup. Cutler to Marshall. They get it down inside the 5. Michael Bush would slam it over. 10-0 Bears. So the Rams with the late field goal help my getting the 7.5. That sounds sort of, I don't know, maybe spoiled to say that. But anyway, that's helping me on my NFL predictions. Let's talk to a fine customer here at Las Fuentes and find out which of the screens they're watching. Tell us your name and the team that you're looking at.
My name is Rick Herrera, and the team I'm watching is Dallas Cowboys versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, you know, I was very impressed with their win over the Giants, and then not so impressed with their game at Seattle. How are they looking today?
Well, I think they're a little bit shaky. They're adjusting to the games. It's their first 3 games they played so far, but they're tied. Hopefully they can come around. They're playing home court, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I guess they got so much pressure right now. I don't know. It's anybody's game right now.
Well, you're right. There is pressure. They got a $1 billion stadium. They're trying to fill 100,000 people in there. But I told your friend over here that when Tony Romo gets hot, he can stay hot for 3 quarters.
That's right. Once Tony Romo gets going, there's none stopping this guy. He knows how to execute. He has a lot of experience. It's just one of those days. I mean, if he's got his teams who are on the same team, same side, and everything, everybody's concentrated, I think they'll do great. I mean, but as I say, I mean, it's like tough shots. You got different opponents, one-on-one. Everybody's guarding each other. Just find a way to get past them, you know.
Yeah, and the penalty flag's got to keep that low, too. Do you care anything about the Bears? Could they be your second favorite team, maybe?
No, I like the Bears, too. I mean, I am in Chicago, and same thing. I mean, I think they're doing great right now. As I said, it's the beginning of the season right now, first 3 games. It's just, I guess every team right now, they're adjusting. We will not know until the 10 games from now, but we'll see how they do. I mean, I think they're doing good right now. So.
All right. And a quick comment about Las Fuentes.
I think it's a great place to be here. They got all the TVs here, all the sports you can watch, good food, and we're right here, you know.
You've spoken like a true fan, and we're glad to bring you the best aesthetic video that we can at any given moment, too, if you know what I'm talking about. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. George's Sports Bar is not a secret anymore. 5407 West 95th Street, just a couple of blocks off Central. They have $1 Bud bottles Tuesday and Thursday, $1.50 domestic Sunday and Wednesday. They have a DJ on Friday. They have Golden Tea, and they have a very cool mini bowling alley at 5407 West 95th. Get there. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years. Excellence. Top billiard tables. The place where the action is. Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet in Munster. Third quarter, not that great. The only highlight was this 48-yard field goal that cut the Bears' lead to 10-6 at that point. All right, so the Bears hanging on. Not that impressive to me offensively, but we'll see. The lead is the lead. This young man's going to talk, and he's a very smart man. He's protecting his shirt from the juicy and wonderful food. Tell us your name, sir.
My name is Donald Powell.
And what do you think about the Bears so far?
I think they're doing great, but hope they do better next game.
Yeah, I mean, I know the defense is strong. I'd like to see a little bit more scoring. What's your opinion?
Right, I think so too. But
who are your favorite offensive players?
I would say Jay Cutler, but I'm not really a Bears fan, but I go with Green Bay Bears. But Bears is good too.
All right, well, true confession comes out now. I wasn't aware of that Packer thing going in. You caught me by surprise. All right, this young lady's going to talk about another fine meal she's having here. Tell us your name and what you got.
Hi, my name is Loretta, and I ordered the steak fajita today. This is my second visit. The first visit I had the enchilada, which was very great and was delicious, and I enjoyed it. And so far, I'm enjoying what I'm eating now. So.
Okay. Well, I feel not living too far away from here, we're very fortunate to have a place like this that not only combines the fine food, but has that little bit of sports bar feel to it.
Yes, it does. It has great television viewing. You got 3 on each wall, so you definitely can enjoy the game here along with your family and friends.
Well, and you know what? The cool part about it is they sounded like they were delivering a commercial, and it was completely unscripted. So these are natural future TV stars, and you'll find more of those when you come here to Las Fuentes. Okay, on the left-hand side, you see chicken fajitas, wonderful with green pepper, tomatoes, onions, and more. And on the right, and Danny, maybe we could push into that a little bit now, is a fabulous item that we saw when we first walked in, and we were dazzled by it. Try to get that top. It's called molcajete surtido. Tender grilled slices of skirt steak, cactus petals, and chicken, flavored with homemade chorizo, served in molcajete with our delicious tomato sauce and garnished with fresh cheese. A fantastic item. And I really don't think the video picture, as great as Danny's shot is, does it the service, because we don't have smell-o-vision. And when they brought it over, you inhale and you're intoxicated in a good way by the deliciousness of it. And you have to get here to 115th and Pulaski to appreciate it for all its magnificence. You always want the Bears to put pressure on the quarterback, and they sure did this week. And Bradford goes down, and that's one of the reasons that the Bears won this game. Okay, so that wraps it up. The Bears win it going away with some pretty extra good defense, I would say. Let's find out what these folks are thinking about Las Fuentes and the game. Tell us your name and your thoughts.
My name's Henry, and it was a great game and excellent day food.
Yeah, tell us what you had today.
I had the carne asada, and it was just the best on the south side.
I'm so with you. We had some fine dishes ourselves, and we're elated. Young lady, tell us your name and what you had.
My name is Paula, and I had the chicken and the garlic sauce, which was really nice because they normally do it only with shrimp, but they went out of their way to do it with chicken for me, and it was perfect.
Very glad to hear that. And are you a little bit of a Bears fan, too?
Yes. Yeah, we're definitely Bears fans, but, NASCAR kind of overtook for today.
Well, that's cool. NASCAR's all good. So, again, happy clientele. Bears win the game, which is a little gravy, you might say. But the food is spectacular. And we'll be back here in October. Watch your screen to find out when. And we'll be back with more on the Spotlight right after these important messages. Stay with us.
I eat on the pasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Come to my newest trivia site, Reggie's. They've got tons of music. They're 21st and State in the South Loop. My next trivia show, Monday, October 15th. Be there about 6:30. Great food and drink. It's a fun place. Get to Reggie's, 21st and State. I'll see you there. Lindy's Chili, Gertie's Ice Cream at 110th and Kedzie has it all. From fresh-made burgers, fries, hot dogs, chicken, turkey, Polish, shrimp, tuna, barbecue, ham, tamales, quesadillas. They've got salads and plenty of ice cream with sundaes, banana splits, and seasonal favorites. Get all these things at Lindy's Chili, which is where I start, but I always get a little something extra, at 110th and Kedzie. We're back on the Spotlight, and what better person to be the spokesperson for the final games of the season than Paul Konerko analyzing the White Sox ability to gather themselves and outlast Detroit in these last week of games.
It's not out of the ordinary for us because we've been doing it all year, with the exception if we played a team, and then 3 days later played them again. We might not do it then, but we've done all that stuff all year, so we just keep doing that, but yeah, for as a player to try to do more, take more swings, try to, pitchers and stuff to try to go over the hitters more. There's always that temptation to try to do more, but I think you just do what you've been doing all year and just trust that that'll get you through.
Paul, pennant races are supposed to be fun. Obviously, this is somewhat tense, of course, right now, but is it still fun?
Yeah, I think you have to look at the alternative. There's teams out there that wish they could trade with us. And so I think the enjoyment is you come in and you do your work and you have a sense of, at least for me, is do everything you can before the game. It's in your normal preparation to get ready. You go out there and you just bust it as hard as you can for 9 innings on defense, 4 or 5 at-bats, whatever it might be. Every pitch you try to just put everything you got into it. And, that feeling at the end that if it doesn't go your way, you're cool with that. You just can't, you can't do much more than that. And I think it's like in Anaheim, I felt like everybody was doing that. Everybody was really just dialed in, and we got beat. But I don't sense that there's a certain it's sometimes you feel fine with that after when you don't get the results you want because you just poured it out there and it just didn't happen.
Despite everything that's been said and done, you lost 5 in a row. You come home. You're still in first place by a game. Is that the one major positive thing with 10 games left? You still are in command.
Yeah, we control our own destiny, and I think the big picture is, we're 150 games in, 151 games in. We're 1 game up. Not a bad place to be. Like I said, there's other teams that would trade with us, but all year it's just been from the start in spring training. It's been 1 game at a time. Attack every day, with not thinking about tomorrow or yesterday, just one day at a time. And then I know you guys have heard that all year, but that truly is what we've done all year, and that's why we're in the position we're in. And there's a lot of distractions now that are going to try and get us out of that, and we just can't let that happen.
Having been through it a few times,
a little sheepish about you and the Tigers both have a lot of pride, obviously. But do you feel a little sheepish about kind of limping in here at the finish?
I mean, the first thing I'd say is, I know 10, 11 games isn't a huge sample when you talk about 162, but you never know what could happen over these 10 games. I mean, as far as a team getting hot and playing well, I mean, I know how teams go. Everybody in here knows. I mean, in a matter of 2-3 days, you have a couple of great games. All of a sudden, you feel like you're the best team in the world. So that can definitely happen over the 10 games. And really not at all. I mean, I think it's more a credit to the American League. I mean, I think there used to be a handful of pushovers, that you knew when you go in to play somebody, if we're going to at least win the series, we should sweep. That just doesn't exist anymore. It's like, you guys who follow the NFL, I mean, you can't, these teams get beat, and there seems like there's so much parity, and it's almost like that now. I mean, there's obviously some teams that are at the top, and there's a couple at the bottom, but it's really, with some of the pitching out there right now, some teams have, and that's what a lot of wins and losses depends on, is that starting pitching. Look at some of these teams that are down in the standings, look at some of their starters, they can beat anybody. I mean, if you put, some of these guys, they can take down anybody, and that's what you're seeing a lot of the times. And so no, there's no embarrassment or no sheepish way of feeling when I guarantee whoever wins this division, they'll be partying and having fun, just the same as a team who wins 100 games.
having been through it as many times as you have, do you find yourself in a position to talk to some of the younger guys and trying to decompress them a little bit if you think they're pressing?
I think our younger guys are, I mean, if it's something comes up, I think more just about what happens if, planning, if we do make the playoffs or stuff that they maybe haven't had happen before. And I've only been there 3 times myself, but as far as getting ready for the day and preparing and this, our young guys are pretty well matured, but beyond their years as far as their preparation, their routines. They don't seem to let it much enter in. So obviously if something comes up and someone wants to talk or whatever, you talk, but I don't sense that from any of our guys, pitchers or players.
Last question. That weird ball call when you almost tagged the guy out, was that one of the weirdest plays you've ever seen around the bag?
Yeah, I mean, I did tag the guy out. It was that wasn't the issue. He was out on the tag. It was a question of, I guess, whether the throw was. I don't, to this minute, I don't have an understanding. We work on that play all spring training, and actually that play was pulled off without a hitch to a tee. So if that's a balk, we need to redesign how we do it, because that's what we couldn't have done it any better.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you. This is the Sports Spotlight. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.